Number one for the most hip-hop and R&B, Kiss 97.3, the Street King Animal up in here, Yes, and like I said, the special guest right here in the studio, Kiss 97.3, representing Albuquerque, here with Showtime, my boy, Antonio Tarver. What's happening, brother?
What's up, Albuquerque?
Yeah, it's great to have you here, man. I got so excited when I saw you, man. I was like, wow, Antonio Tarver, boxer, actor, everything that you've been doing, an analyst for Showtime. Want to talk about that. It's great to have you here in New Mexico. And Showtime tonight, tell us all what's going down at the Tingley Coliseum tonight, man.
Hey, at the Tingley, man, it's going down. We got two of the hottest prospects coming up in the game right now.
Yep.
With Chris Avalos, man, from Lancaster, California. You want to see this guy.
Undefeated.
He has undefeated, has dynamite in both hands. And he's moving up facing a guy tonight in Jose Nueves. That's Puerto Rican, pride of Puerto Rico, national champion.
The dude is pretty tough, too,
yeah,
man.
17-1. Really don't know how to lose, and I'm looking forward to that. And you have hometown favorite right here, Archie Ray.
Yeah, Archie, brother.
Yeah.
Archie Ray, undefeated right here from Burke.
8-0 and
8-0.
with 6 knockouts. He, if he can be as happy, as popular as Johnny Tapia was to the Albuquerque people, man, we got a real up and rising superstar in our hands. And he's facing a tough guy in Derek Campos, who's had almost 30 fights. And with Ray only having 8 fights, that's a big disparity in experience.
Yeah.
So we're going to see how Archie handles that tonight. If he can get by this guy, he's a very aggressive fighter, Campos is, and he's going to challenge Archie tonight. So those are the 2 fights you really want to be there for, and I think it's going to be a heck of a telecast shown right here on Showtime, Showboxing. And I want to welcome back Nick Charles, one of our great analysts over the years, who's just dealing with stage 4 cancer. He's back with us. He'll be on tonight, and we just welcome and thankful to have him back. God is good all the time, and he's proof of that.
That's cool. You know what? I was just thinking about it. Is when I talked to fight fans here in Albuquerque, I said, this new kid on the scene, Archie Marquez, he's the Danny Romero, the Johnny Tapia, and I got the pleasure of working with Showtime with Johnny Tapia when he took on Cesar Soto back in 2001, 2000, if I'm not mistaken. And and I was holding the Showtime mic, and I'm backstage, and the rush of the crowd of being so close to the ring, and it was just great. And I was like, wow, there's this person, there's this. I was like, it's just amazing. And that's the kind of feeling I got when you walked in.
Thank you.
Antonio, you've done a lot in the game. Roy Jones Jr. Yeah, I know you knocked him out, Mimi's. And that is not easy to do. Especially this guy had just been beating people. He got disqualified, but that was a different situation. But you actually knocked him out, put him on the ground, fought him 3 times, and in my eyes, beat him 3 times. So tell me about that first fight real quick, man.
I mean, the first fight was in Vegas. It was a huge fight. It was really my first step up, to the elite level, and something that these young fighters, going to eventually have to do, the Marquez and the Avaloses of the world. But, that was one of those times where I trained my butt off, man. I worked hard. I came in as champion. Roy had went on and went to win the heavyweight division. He won the heavyweight title from I can't think of the guy's name right now. But anyway, he won the heavyweight title, came back down to face me. And so I had the IBF and the WBC championship, and there's no way in my heart that I felt that Roy Jones won that fight. But for some reason, they favored him. They gave him a close
because he was the champion. Because he's the champion, and that's how it goes sometimes in boxing. They're like, you need to beat the champion, but you were the real champion.
He was famous, and everybody knew Roy Jones Jr. He had just beat John Ruiz, took the heavyweight title from John, and he came back down. And they gave him my titles, man. I took that very personal. Fortunately, we got the rematch, and no one could ever forget the night right before, Jay Nady asked us, do we have any questions? I said, yeah, I have a question. What's your excuse for tonight, Roy?
No excuses, Roy.
Yeah, no excuses.
No excuses, Roy. And the thing for another fighter, a champion, to see somebody like that, like, oh my God, this guy's coming with it. He might knock me down. I'm afraid of him. And I think that's what was going on with him. And then the second time, you just, sat him down.
Well, you know what? I just wasn't going to be denied. I knew if I left it in the judge's hand, there was a possibility that they can rob me again. And that was a blessing from God, man. Everything just came together. I worked my butt off in training camp. I was focused. I wasn't going to be denied. And sometimes you got to take matters into your own hands because you just never know going into those scorecards. You never know.
Yeah, see, and you fought in the 96 Olympics in Atlanta.
Yep.
And you won a bronze medal there. And you've won gold medals, too, in championship fights, Golden Gloves boxer. I mean, what haven't you done, Antonio?
Well, I pretty much did it all, man. And it was just a grace of God that He kept me healthy and even, to this day in great health. and strength. I have my health and strength. I'm still active right now. We're going to probably move up to cruiserweight and face Danny Green if he get the deal on paper, get it right. And I got a big fight later on in the year against James Lights Out Tony, one of the real pioneers of the game, one of the living legends of the game. The guy's faced everybody. I mean, one of the most talented fighters you ever want to be in the ring with. And I want to challenge James Toney. And once I beat James Toney, they have to take me serious at the heavyweight division. And we're looking for the new champion from Britain. Excuse me, his name eludes me right now.
Yeah.
But it's a young guy, not the Klitschko brothers. They're like giants in the game. But they have a guy out there about 6'2", 215, 220 pounds. I'm going at him.
Are you ready to show him some magic?
You know.
Are you ready, Magic Man?
Yes, yes.
They don't know what's coming, man. You got some tricks up your sleeve, man. Hocus pocus, man. He ain't gonna poke you in the eye. He's gonna jack you in the eye. Boom.
Baby. We making them all disappear. That's what it is, you know. I'm just happy to be here with Showtime, the Showtime family. We have a great show in Showbox, and what it focuses on, these young fighters not being put in soft, but being challenged each and every time out to see if they're truly championship material. And tonight we're going to find that out right here at the Tinley Auditorium.
That's right, Showtime, man. We welcome Showtime here to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Everybody, all the special guests, and you know what? I know Antonio. They call you Anthony. Me and you have the same name, so we're tocayos. You know what I mean? Anthony's my name. Anthony Animal. You know, Antonio. They've been calling me that since I was a child, and it's cool that you're here. I gotta talk about Rocky. Okay. This guy was the only guy to beat Rocky. Okay, Apollo Creed. He took down Apollo. He took down Mr. T. Took it out while he can. Don't give this sucker no statue. Give him guts. You know, Mr. T was freaky, and then also he took on Ivan Drago, but he had to shut down Tommy Morrison. Then Antonio comes up, and Antonio's like, Mason the Line Dixon. Oh yeah, that's cool. The heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah, that was a real thrill working with Sylvester Stallone. And I mean, you know, as a child, I followed the Rocky franchise.
Who did?
I remember eating raw eggs and doing one-hand push-ups. You know, and it just was like I said, a blessing to be called and say, would you be interested in co-starring with such a great, huge mega star in Sylvester Stallone? And that was an opportunity that I couldn't turn down. And even today, you can go to Blockbuster and get that DVD.
Rocky Balboa, I got it signed right here from Antonio. That's so cool, man.
Thanks, man.
And you know, Rocky, to me, was never a boxer. He was a real person with real feelings, and he struggled for the dream and made the dream come true. Same thing like you, Antonio.
Most definitely.
And that is so great, and I congratulate you on all your success.
Thank you.
Everybody, you want to go see Antonio Tarver tonight, man. He's going to be analyzing the boxing. He's going to be doing it with Showtime. He's going to be in Tinley Coliseum, 505-575 New Mexico. We're excited to have you here, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the
always
love,
welcome here, man, at Kiss 97.3, and we wish you the best, and just show the magic, man. Just keep showing the magic, making the tricks happen, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very much for having us, man. Kiss 97.3, number 1.